Welcome back to the Uncaged podcast. This is episode 29, and we're going to talk all about adaptation. Now, episode 27 and 28. 27 was for me to give you some awareness of the old you and the new you. Now, 28 was about where your direction of attention goes and how the repetitions make your attention go to those areas that you focus on automatically. And with episode 29 and adaptation is how it all links together, because in the end, if we don't have some form of foundation with our awareness and where our attention is going, it's going to be on autopilot and you're going to end up in places you don't want to be. So for adaptation today, I need you to understand a concept. How you are currently is due to the repetitions of your thoughts, your actions and routines that you've done, maybe just because you had to or because there was nothing better to do. And then eventually they became automatic and just your natural state of routine. That became something because of the repetition. Now, a cool concept to think about when it's this framework from awareness, attention, adaptation, the attention that you give and pay to anything, that's the first spark that leads to a repetition, and the repetitions lead to the adaptation. How we adapt is due to where our awareness goes, our attention, and the repeated action of that focus. If we constantly have the exact same focus on a problem, a thing, a place, does not matter, our perspective that we're holding in those moments is what ends up becoming the automatic program due to the repetition becoming automatic, and the automation of that action and thoughts and perspective is purely because that is the habit forming in real time. So if we're trying to change any part of ourselves, we first need to go, all right, what am I focused on right now? Is it what I want? If it's a no, then we need to investigate and change the perspective, the story, the thoughts and feelings towards it. Otherwise, guess what? It just stays the exact same. And when it comes to adapting to anything, we want to be very aware of what we're trying to chase, which is why in episode 27, we focused on the old you and the new you sheet. If you haven't done that yet, I highly recommend it. Otherwise, this stuff really doesn't take any effect, and you're just going to be watching me on the screen or listening through your ears. It does nothing. So make sure that you're actually doing the work. And if you are doing the work, well done. So I really just want to give you the groundwork. I want to give you the groundwork of the process to adaptation. Let's talk about creating a habit. It goes much deeper than this, but let's just give a surface level. Okay, any habit that's created starts off with your state of being, how you feel in general, which is going to trigger how you think and how you see the world. And how you think and how you see the world feeds into how you act within that world and your perspective. And the more you repeat the same things like that, it adapts into a habit, creates a bridge in your mind for that pathway to get stronger the more you repeat it, and stronger until it's solidified so strong that it doesn't need conscious awareness to create. That's the process of adaptation. And when it gets to that point where it's automatic, the next step from there is you just start to say to yourself, this is how I am. We need to understand that the more we investigate, you might find that you have that story for many things for yourself. And if we want to become more, if we want to do more in our life and achieve more, we have to become someone new. Doesn't mean that the old you goes in the bin, because that is just, it's still part of you. We need to integrate and change the things that are blocking the path towards where we want to go, towards our goals. So when it comes to that process of habit creation and adaptation, knowing the idea and solidifying it that the thoughts and feelings and actions, they compound into more repetitions, and the more you're focused on it, the more it solidifies in the bridge in your brain and the pathway to fire, and then it solidifies so strong that it's automatic and you don't need conscious awareness to do it. It happens unconsciously. Have that in your brain. Try and visualize that concept, because then when you intercept yourself, this is where it becomes really fun, because you know exactly what you're working towards. I'm really big on people trying to become who they want to be. And in general, most people aren't happy. They don't feel fulfilled in their life. They might have a dream that they've squished right down and they're no longer going for it. And you know what happens with things like that and situations like that is the stories they form around that idea, because of repetitions, it becomes more of an automatic story that they are repulsed by, so they never go and re-venture that dream. Oh, just big fuck that. That's what I have to say about that. I've been there and I did that for years, and it sucks. Because in the end, I guess the perspective that we can look at is there's people doing great things in this world, and I want to be someone who brings something to this world that's created. Maybe it hasn't been done before or done in a way that I want to do it. And if you know you've got something inside like that, it is your duty to go and chase it. And if you don't chase it, you'll have it inside and wonder why you always have a fear, a thought towards that kind of progression in life and achieving anything higher than you currently achieve. And there will always be an underlying feeling of unhappiness. So we know what adaptation is now. Now, the biggest thing is, I just want to get straight into intercepting these thoughts, which I'm going to do on the next episode. I'll see you there.